Hello everyone, welcome to Cinnamon, and in today's video I'm going to be showing y'all a quick tutorial that is a Xbox.1 exploit. I'm not sure if this will apply to Scarlet in the future, but I'm using a currently soon to be outdated 1S, and so today I'm going to be showing you an exploit that you can use for a multitude of purposes. Now, we're going to be going to settings, and we are going to go to system. I am using the Alpha Skip Ahead build 2004, but if they should all be in the same section, they should all be in console info. And you're going to want to press left bumper, left trigger, right bumper. But you're going to have to do it really quickly. Oh, well, maybe it's the other way. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so for the skip ahead, you can see, right there, it says release 2004. And for the skip ahead, it's left bumper, left trigger, right trigger. But if you're on an older version, you're going to want to use left bumper, left trigger, left trigger, right trigger, left bumper, right trigger. Bumper, sorry. Then the developer settings is going to pop up, and you're gonna see many options here. We have reset home console, which you can use if you have ran out of your home console sets. You can use developer mode, which you can use for developing apps, but what we're gonna wanna do is go here to sandbox ID, and you're going to want to type XDKS.1. And then you're going to hit enter, and it's going to ask you if you want to restart your Xbox, and we're going to restart. So your Xbox is going to reboot into soft reset boot up, or whatever you want to call it, but it won't be instant on, but you're just going to have to wait for a little while depending on what Xbox you have. You might have an HDD or an SSD, but the time spent booting will vary. So once it boots up, you're gonna see that some things are off. You're going to have most of basically everything here, but it's just going to be kind of like an alternate dimension for the Xbox. So now that I've signed in, you are going to want to look around, because you'll want to make sure that you did this right, and you're going to want to go to system console info, and you're going to want to check here, and I am on XDKS.1, you can see here, and it says on certificate type retail devkit. It'll have all this other information, but your OS version is going to retain the same. You're still going to have all your ID. So technically, your Xbox is still a valid Xbox. You have not violated any legal action. Now, before update 2004, this used to not be here when you went into this, and it would you would have much problems. Like here, it says, go to the Microsoft Store. Sorry, we can't show feature games and apps right now. That's not a connection issue. That just has to do with the sandbox that you're in. So when you go to the Microsoft Store, you're gonna notice it's gonna look the same, but there's gonna be some things that that will be different. But if you go to, for example, we're going to use the example I would use beforehand, before this new update, and you would type, maybe, actually no, I'm not going to type, I'm going to go to the memberships. So, okay, I guess I don't have the membership section anymore, but we're just going to type in Game Pass. So even before I even type in the whole search term, you're going to notice that it is actually very different. So I'm going to go try to select one of these games here. So I'm going to select, I don't know, Civ 6. It's going to take a little while to load, but that's not because it's taking a while to load or you have connection issues. That's just because in this sandbox, that game does not exist. So, see, if I'm gonna go type in that search term again. Actually, I'm just gonna type in G, and we're gonna select this option here. And then it's gonna be labeled as an educational. It's going to say this is a placeholder. It says this game has a free trial. Demonstrates how to implement a game trial of an Xbox One title. So I'm going to get this because it is free. But most of these are just developer apps that they use to teach Xbox developers how to develop. So this isn't actually going to download. Let's see. It's not actually going to download. And it's just going to be in this endless loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press X here. And I'm not going to worry about that. But you can see here, it says there's a club and stuff, but basically what you are in this empty alternate universe that really shouldn't, it's not that you can't be in here, but it's not recommended that you be in here because this isn't really meant for normal retail Xboxes. Like I said, this is used for, as implied, the retail devkit Xboxes. So no matter what you do, I'm going to go to memberships here, and it's going to have these two options here, and it's going to say free, and then you're going to, but when you get it, these are actually placeholder subscriptions. See, these are not genuine subscriptions. Let me repeat myself. These are not legitimate, actual subscriptions. Now, I do not condone you using these subscriptions for any pirative or stealing purposes. So if you steal subscriptions using this via contacting support or placing a faulty subscription, you're not going to want to do that because it is a very bad idea, and they appear to have fixed this, but it says payment option on an existing subscription was declined because I already have a subscription. But if you don't have a subscription, I do not condone you using this to get yourself a genuine subscription using a fake subscription. People have used this to their advantage, or they have used this to mislead on YouTube. Know how to get gold Game Pass free, but legitimately you're not getting anything for free because they're not genuine memberships, and the servers are going to realize that, and they're not going to give you any access. But this is just my showcase of the XDKS.1 sandbox, and we're going to want to go back to so we're going to make the developer settings pop up again. Okay, when you have your developer settings back, you can change the sandbox back to retail, case sensitive, all caps, and then your Xbox will operate as normal. And if you use this to get a faulty membership, which I again did not condone, do not expect to be able to use those when you switch back to retail, because they will be seen as faulty or foreign memberships, and it will not give you access to anything. Now you're going to want to change your sandbox ID back to retail, and it's going to ask you to restart your Xbox. Now you're going to notice that when your Xbox reboots back into retail, that when I sign in, when you sign in, that your Xbox will be back to normal. So yes, you're going to have your Xbox. It's going to be working normally. So there you go, guys. That's the XDKS.1. That is the XDKS.1 sandbox showcase, and soon I'll be posting my review of the Alpha Skip Ahead Ring build 2004 and my review of the console streaming service. Spoilers, it's not going to be positive. But for now, that's all I have to say. Thank you, and this is Cinnamon, and don't need cinnamon. Okay? Goodbye.